book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 5. The just Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
Four people, including a child, are killed and a woman critically injured in the nation's latest mass shooting in an office building in Southern California. Police say shots were being fired at a building in Orange, California yesterday evening as officers arrived. Officers were forced to return fire, critically wounding the suspect, who is now in custody. Police have not released details on what may have sparked that attack or why a child may have been in the building. Those signs outside indicate a handful of businesses were located there, including an insurance office, a financial consulting firm, and a legal services business, as well as a phone repair store. This marks the third mass shooting in 2 weeks, following 18 deaths in Colorado and in Georgia.
3 minutes of my life. In 3 minutes, my whole world was turned upside down, and I don't know why.
Ryan and Julie Eberly were supposed to be celebrating their 7th wedding anniversary in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Instead, he's planning her funeral, and along with the couple's 6 children, mourning the loss of a wife and mother.
There's a lot of numbness. There's a lot of just raw emotion. You know, she just loved being around her family and friends and sharing our blessings.
Their life together ended on I-95 in Robeson County, North Carolina, near the border with South Carolina last Thursday morning in what police describe as a road rage killing.
I changed lanes, and a car was coming behind me. I didn't see that he was going around me, and I pushed him to the shoulder and mistakenly. As soon as I was able, I gave him room to get back on the highway. No car contact, no nothing.
But moments later, the vehicle investigators describe as a silver Chevy Malibu came back around.
I saw in my mirror that he was passing us to the right, and gunshots were fired, and our car was hit. You know, my wife yelled my name, and I asked if she was hit, and she said yes. And
homicide detectives are looking through surveillance video and talking with witnesses to find the shooter.
I need, as a husband, to do everything in my physical power to do whatever I can to bring her justice.
In Manheim, Barbara Barr, WGAL News 8. Officers took 29-year-old Dejuan Floyd into custody outside his apartment in Lumberton, North Carolina. He's charged with the murder of Julie Eberly of Manheim.
We had him under surveillance for quite some time. It actually began yesterday afternoon.
Witnesses and surveillance video identified the car involved in the road rage killing on I-95 last Thursday morning and led police to Floyd.
But we were able to put it together, video footage from dozens and dozens of businesses and homeowners.
The vehicle got off the exit in 20.
Here's part of a 911 call from one eyewitness moments after the shooting.
What color was it? It's a gray Chevy Malibu. Gray Chevy Malibu. You got to hurry up because it fired shots in that truck, and I'm not sure if somebody's hit.
One shot struck and killed Julie, a mother to 6 children. Ryan told us his SUV and the Chevy nearly came in contact during a lane change. The Eberlys were on their way to Hilton Head to celebrate their wedding anniversary.
In America, you should be able to travel the nation's highways without worry that somebody is going to shoot in your car, even if you made a little traffic boo-boo.
The sheriff says the tragedy struck a chord in the community.
I'm proud of my county stepping forward to help the Eberly family.
Among all the tips that came in, the sheriff says one person will collect the $20,000 reward money. In Lancaster County, Barbara Barr, WGAL News 8.
County Sheriff tells me this is a case that will stick with him for the rest of his career. He wants people to know to never use explosives in this way because it can take a dangerous and, in this case, deadly turn very quickly.
I truly believe that there was no intent in anybody's mind for anybody to get hurt that day.
But after inadvertently assembling a pipe bomb, Pamela Krameyer lost her life.
They had no intent for this to be an explosion. And so when you start putting gunpowder and fuses and metal together and then obviously capping it with tape and different things along those lines. In essence, I mean, they created a small, explosion in regards to a fatality.
According to Sheriff Jason Sandholt, the family was recording a video to post to social media, like this one here, where colored powder shoots into the air to reveal if a baby is a boy or a girl. Instead, the family built an explosive device, wrapped in tape sealing the pipe and creating a homemade pipe bomb.
When you have pieces of that debris that are going that far, I mean, there could have been a lot more fatalities. I mean, unfortunately, we did lose one person here, but it very easily could have been more.
Now Sandholt has a message for anyone considering using explosives during a gender reveal.
Don't do that. It's not worth it. I mean, you don't want that joyous occasion to turn deadly.
The sheriff says if this story prevents even one person from using explosives during a gender reveal, he'll feel he did his job.
A gender reveal gone wrong. A father-to-be is killed by an explosion while making a gender reveal device. It is just the latest in a string of recent deaths to create over-the-top displays.
We decided that there's no better way to find out if it's going to be a boy or a girl than to blow something up.
Explosive gender reveals are all the rage on social media. But blowing something up to surprise family and friends cost a New York State man his life. Police say 28-year-old Chris Peckney, a father-to-be, was killed in his garage while testing a gender reveal device that should have exploded in a cloud of colored powder. His brother was injured by flying shrapnel.
That's the thing that worries us the most, not just the explosion, but the improper containers that it's going to be in will become projectiles and will cause injuries, if not death, to the people around.
Battalion Chief Dennis Moore with the Union City Fire Department tells me they haven't been called to any gender reveals gone wrong lately, but prospective parents should avoid anything explosive.
We have people who get a bit carried away and get so excited about the moment that's ahead that they forget and they want to make it a little over the top. So they try to do a little extra.
Extra doesn't end well for some gender reveals. This car rigged to spew blue smoke went up in flames in Australia. In 2019, a grandmother-to-be was killed at a home in rural Iowa when a gender reveal explosive device blew up. And this is the moment a gender reveal explosive ignited a 47,000-acre wildfire in Arizona. Firefighters recommend taking a tip from Atlanta Brave Freddie Freeman and his wife. They revealed they were having twin boys with this gender reveal of blue smoke and confetti from baseballs. Yeah, keep it simple. Fire officials here in Georgia warn using explosives, they're not just dangerous, they are illegal. As for the man killed in New York State, police say there was nothing malicious about that device. The explosion was simply a tragic accident.
Mientras no nos caiga encima. ¡Ahí viene! ¡El niño! ¡Rosa! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡Se fue al agua! Esa es una. Ahí pasa. Ahí la ven otra vez, es la misma. Y del otro lado viene la otra. Ahí está. Esa es la que viene cayendo.
Imágenes que tiene en pantalla en Cancún, Quintana Roo, presuntamente durante una fiesta de revelación de género de un bebé, y por lo menos 4 personas iban a bordo de esta avioneta cuando cayó así en la laguna de Nichupté. Se reportó la muerte de 2 tripulantes, mientras los otros 2 fueron rescatados con vida.
Shalom. Before I begin, I'm going to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and where I learn this truth. All right, peace and salutations to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai as elect. All right, finna get into a morning lesson. All right, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be basically judgment, simply put, part 2. All right, because in this lesson, it's gonna be going into the judgment that's taking place, you know what I'm saying, on this earth, all right? And you've seen it, it wasn't pretty, all right? It was a bunch of devastating, all right, clips that you just seen, all right? That's why I opened up with this right here in Zephaniah 3 and 5, when it say the just Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame, all right? And that's because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the ruler in the kingdom of men, all right? And whatever goes on down here is because he ordained it to go on down here, all right? Let me hit Job 4 right quick. All right, I'm going to read verse 7. It say, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off, all right? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. All right. All right, verse 9, by the blast of power they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed, all right? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, all right, is a balanced power, all right? What is it? A false balance with the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is an abomination, all right? Let me go to Amos 3. All right, in verse 6. Okay, it say, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had not done it? All right, that's another one. I'm finna get Deuteronomy 32 and 39. All right. All right. And it reads, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. All right. So Yahweh Shai, all right, is the judge of this earth. All right. Whether you get a righteous judgment or, you know what I'm saying, a death by pain judgment. All right. Either way, just know it was by Yahweh Shai. He ordained it. All right. And that goes from the smallest to the great. All right. Even when little babies die and shit, all right, Yahweh Shai did that, all right? This is Hebrews 10 and 31. It say, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, all right? And that's talking about Yahweh Shai, all right? Let me go to Psalm 68, all right? And I'm going to hit these real quick. I got a couple of articles I'm going to read with this as well. All right, this is Psalm 68 and 20, all right? It reads, he that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto power, the Lord, belong the issues from death, all right? So Yahweh Shai, all right, rules on who lives and who dies, all right? You know what I'm saying? And that's simple, all right? And all them individuals you seen on that screen, all right, they were judged, all right? I ain't gonna go into every single matter of death that every one of them took, but they were all judged, all right? You had Esau getting shot during a road rage incident, all right? Jake then pulled up next to the car and fired into it, all right, killed the damn Edomite woman, all right, and then the nigga woman, all right, seen it and turned the Jake in, all right, so I'm pretty sure she the one that got that $20,000 reward, all right, and you heard what the Edomite cop was saying. He was like, man, we was sitting on him and watching him for a while, all right, because they made haste to bring, you know what I'm saying, her killer to justice, all right. He said he's proud of his county, all right, because, you know what I'm saying, Esau don't like when you niggas, you know what I'm saying, do that nigga shit to Esau, all right? He don't like when you do that to him. Esau wants you to keep that nigga shit in the hood. You shoot and kill each other, but you don't touch one of his, all right? And Esau is the so-called white man, all right? Which he is not white, he is red, all right? And he is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, all right? Him, his woman, and his children, all right? They're all devils, all right? A nation of devils, all right? Then you had some more judgment take place, all right? the gender reveals. All right, here it is. E is getting ready to bring forth, you know what I'm saying, a child, which he should be celebrating because their birth rates are dropping and they're low. But look at how they're celebrating, all right, doing what they always do, all right, wickedness, all right, making bombs and shit, all right. The one Edomite woman blew herself up, all right. The Edomite dude blew himself up, all right. It's madness, all right. And then you had some, all right, they were speaking Spanish, so I don't know if they were Northern Kingdom Jakes or if they were, you know what I'm saying, some damn E's. But I'm gonna say for argument's sake, they were Israelites, all right, Jakes, all right. They were celebrating a gender reveal at the end too. All right, and look what happened, all right. The plane crashed into the water, all right, and they ended up dying, all right. 2 people died and 2 people lived, all right. So the day that a life is being celebrated, you know what I'm saying, you people are losing yours, all right. And the scriptures tell you, all right, better is the day of one's death than the day of one's birth anyway. But you know what I'm saying, these people of the world, they don't know that, all right. But the word has went out and judgment is coming forth, all right, whether, you know what I'm saying, you people gonna hear or forbear, all right. It didn't went out. So let me get a couple more precepts and then I'm gonna read these articles right quick. All right. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, starting at verse 6. It say, the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. All right, so again, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is quarterbacking this whole thing, all right, running all of this. All right, this one more. Let me get Isaiah 45:7. All right, I'm gonna read that because the articles I'm finna read, all right, man, it might pull at some of you Jakes, you 2/3 heartstrings, all right, but if you in this truth, you understand and know, all right, why what happened had to happen. All right, this is Isaiah 45:7. It say, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, do all these things, all right? So there you go. All right. All right, this Proverbs 11:1. It say, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, but a just weight is his delight. All right, so again, you know what I'm saying? Let me hit one more, and then I'm going to read the article right quick. Psalms 47:2, because I want to prove, you know what I'm saying, that Yahweh Shai is nothing to be played with. This Psalms 47:2, it say, the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth, all right? So again, the Lord is terrible. He ain't all hugs and kisses, all right? As these Christians say, ain't God good all the time, all right? Ask these individuals who just got judged if he good all the time, all right? Because they got fucked up, all right? So let me read these articles right quick, and I'm going to come right back with a couple more scriptures and close it out. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Ratazai. It's edifying. So, as you can see on the screen, it's showing a so-called Negro woman, all right, by appearance, all right? But we know, you know what I'm saying, there's tears in this thing, but for argument's sake, say she's a Jake, all right? They say the fatal Tuesday shooting and another from the same day in which 2 people have now been arrested are the latest cases in a sudden rise in homicides, all right? So you see what's going down, all right? Judgment is taking place, all right? It says Camilla Simmons, well, Camilla Simmons, however you want to announce it. All right, Camilla Simmons was a passenger riding in a dark Volvo with a man and her 2 young children when she was shot and killed as someone fired shots at them from another car on 22nd and 18th Avenue, south in St. Petersburg, all right? The children were not injured, all right, but she lost her life, all right? You know what I'm saying? And they said the bullets went all right through the back seat and almost hit one of the babies that was in the car seat. All right, I'm gonna read a little bit of this, all right? It say 2 people have been arrested in the fatal shooting of a 19-year-old Tuesday, while arrests have yet to be made in an unrelated shooting just hours later of a 21-year-old woman killed while holding her baby, city officials said Wednesday. The announcement came as Mayor Rick Chrisman, Police Chief Anthony Holloway, and City Council member Lisa Wheeler Bowman pleaded for the community's help in solving the woman's slaying and for ending a spike in gun violence, all right? And you know why they putting that out there, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, Esau wants to take away the guns anyway, all right, especially the assault rifles. All right, they say the St. Petersburg police department has recorded 12 homicides and 1 manslaughter this year. All right, and we just now in April. All right, today is April the 2nd. All right, so literally about a little bit under a quarter through the year, and this is what you're seeing. All right, man, say it's going down, baby. All right, it say Holloway said compared to 15 homicides in all of 2020. Let me see, all but one of this year's killings have been shootings, all right? And that's that sedition among men, all right? Let me see, it say, I don't know if the right people will hear this or see this, and that's the problem when politicians talk about guns, all right? That's what the mayor said. So, I have to say it anyway, put the guns away, please. There's no problem in your life, no dispute, no drug deal, no relationship problem that's worth the taking of a life, not your life, not someone else's life, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Let me go down a little bit. I'm going to read it right here from where talking about the person that did it. They say Paul Alexander Rivas, 21, and AJ Alvarez, 19, have been arrested in his killing, police said. What is that? All right. That's another killing, but the one we talking about right here with the nigga woman, all right? They say, but police have not made an arrest in the killing of Camilla Simmons, 21, who was shot just after 6 p.m. when the car she was riding in stopped at a red light at the intersection of 18th. All right, what we said a while ago. All right, they say Simmons was in the car with a man who was driving and her 2 daughters, ages 2 and 1, police said. She was holding the 1-year-old when she was shot. Holloway said bullets also went into the back seat of the car. Holloway said narrowly missing the 2-year-old and piercing the booster seat. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? That was judgment right there, all right? You know what I'm saying? How about Smell Shot took her out, but he left her children, all right? It say police believe the man who was driving was the target of the shooting, Holloway said. He said police are still looking to talk to the man who left the scene before police arrived. All right, Crime Stoppers, all right, Pinellas County is offering up to $5,000 to anyone with information on the shooting, all right? And you see the difference, all right, with Jake and Esau, all right? When a nigga woman gets shot down, all right, and she dies, all right, it's only a $5,000 reward. But when Esau got shot down, all right, they counted put up $20,000, all right, showing you, all right, what time it is, all right? Black lives don't matter in this place, all right? And you ain't black anyway, all right? You fucking brown, you're Israelites, but nevertheless, it is what it is, all right? It's a Wheeler Bowman read from a Facebook post that she said was made by the driver, in which he said Simmons was a good girl, went to school, all that, did whatever for her little girls. All right, but the scripture just said in Job 4 and 7, as we read earlier, whoever perished being innocent. All right, how about Shemel Shah? Don't give a damn about that. All right, going to school, all right, does not make you a good girl. All right, if you're a woman, being in order under your father is how you you know what I'm saying, or a righteous woman. And then when you come into womanhood and you get a husband, all right, you go into, all right, treating him, all right, the same way, all right. But you know what I'm saying, not how can I put this like I'm stumbling over my words, all right. A righteous woman, all right, references her husband, all right, once she's out of her father's house, all right. And this woman wasn't doing that, all right? She riding in a car with another man who ain't her children's father, and she just had 2 daughters, all right? A 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, all right? Where are their fathers at, all right? Clearly she wasn't with him because the dude was not, you know what I'm saying, the father of those children. So you know what she was out here doing, all right, and judgment went her way, all right? No matter how you want to feel about it, it is what it is, all right? Yahweh Shemel Shai is the ruler in the kingdom of men, all right? It say, you talk about all that, you know who's after you, and you won't come forward, said the council member whose son, Cabretti, was murdered in 2008. Don't blame my police officers. Don't blame me. Blame yourself. All right, so you see what she on, you know what I'm saying? One of Esau's pit bulls, all right? It say, every time there's a murder, I know how the family is feeling, and it breaks my heart. She said, nobody wants to stand up and do the right thing, and I'm sick of it. All right? Well, hey, if you women were in subjection to your husbands, all right, and doing what you were supposed to do, all right, your children will be raised in a household under order, and they wouldn't get these debts, all right? But at the end of the day, we were brought here to America, all right, to serve out a punishment, all right? And hey, this is what's going down, all right? the time we in right now, 2/3 of our people, all right, they getting that punishment, all right. So let me see. Here's another one. It say slaying of beauty pageant finalists is another sign of how out of control gun violence is, all right. Again, and you see, so-called Negro woman, all right. It say the homicides happen so fast and often that it's hard to keep up. All right, it say an 11-year-old boy fatally wounded while riding a scooter Friday. A 21-year-old man shot and killed Monday during a fight at the Philadelphia Mills Mall. A 24-year-old beauty pageant finalist gunned down outside her parents' house. All right. I ain't gonna read all this. I'm gonna read a little bit though. It say the last homicide didn't attract a lot of media attention when it happened March 12th, but when I learned about it, it stopped me because her death really should have been front page news. All right. It say Nasia Bet. All right, so like if I mispronounced it, all right, Nasia Bet Sewell had just gotten her master's degree in public health at Westchester University and was looking forward to earning a doctorate. Well, a doctorate. All right, it say she was a young woman with big dreams who didn't mind doing the hard work to make them come true. Why would someone kill her? Because of the judgment of the Lord, all right? This is not your rest, all right? The scripture say in Micah chapter 2 and verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, all right? You wasn't put here to prosper. You wasn't put here, all right, to do all of the shit that you damn women, all right, think is admirable, all right, or whatever, all right? You women are supposed to be in subjection to your husbands, all right? That's your job as a woman, all right? But what you want to do, these women want to go to school, all right? They want to do everything under the sun except be, you know what I'm saying, a woman, all right, which is a servant to her husband, all right? It says Sewell had been at a girlfriend's house March 11th, eating onion rings, French fries, and wings, and watching Netflix. When it got late, the friend, 24-year-old, had bet. I'm sorry, I can't announce their names. You see it, all right? Habed Majaji, all right, urged her to stay over, which she did. The next morning, Sewell took her gray Toyota Corolla in for repairs, after which she headed to her parents' home in, Holmesburg, trading texts with Malgie along the way, all right? It say, as Sewell sat in her car outside of her parents' house, all right, on the 8,800 block of Frankfurt Avenue at 554, a gunman approached and shot her multiple times. Authorities rushed her to Jefferson Torresdale Hospital, where she was pronounced dead at 6:27. All right, so she was killed quick. All right, they say no arrests have been made. Her parents, terrified, have moved and are staying at an undisclosed location. They are devastated. Her dad had been in the living room when the shots rang out. All right, so you know what I'm saying, that's all I'm gonna read on that. You know what I'm saying? I'll read this last bit. It say, when I heard the gunshots, I came out. This is her father talking. He said, I saw the guy shooting my daughter. He shot the last round and I pursued him. He ran back to his car. They say Malgie, who met Salute at a whatever the hell it is, my sheet, whatever you call it, said the two had been texting back and forth about photos they took after the sleepover when she suddenly stopped responding. All right, and that's all I'm gonna read on that. All right, but you see what went down. All right, judgment came down. All right, hey, that's that. So let me get a couple more scriptures and I'm gonna close it out. This Jeremiah chapter 15, starting at verse 1. It reads, then said the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity. All right, so, all right, that's what happened with these women, all right? Such as for death or to death, all right? You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah 15:3 is saying, I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, the sword to slay, All right, that's why them women got gunned down, because the modern day sword is the gun. All right. It's and it's also Esau, but it's a killing instrument. All right, in this aspect of what happened to them. All right, it was the sword. All right. It's and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. All right, so there you go. Let me go to Jeremiah 16 now. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 2. It say, thou shalt not take a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. And that place is talking about is America, all right? If it be at all possible, all right, you know what I'm saying? Abstain from having children in this place. But if you are of the elect, all right, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to protect you and cover you, because you were chosen from the foundation of the earth, all right? But the 2/3, they don't have that covering, all right? Verse 3, it say, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning the mothers that bear them, and concerning the fathers that begat them in this land. All right, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right, queen of heaven. All right. Verse 4, it say, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. All right, and that's coming as well. All right, you know what I'm saying? Man, it can't even put it into words. All right, the scriptures say, they that loathe the law of Yahweh Shema Shai, while yet a place of repentance was open to them, despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. All right, so these individuals you've seen, all right, they got judged for their sins in this life and their previous lives. All right, that's why they went out hard like that. All right, you know what I'm saying? Plane crashes and shit. You seen that one clip? All right, when the plane crashed, hit the concrete. All right, how that fire, you know what I'm saying, lit that fuel up. All right, and that black SUV that plane hit. All right, it was a child in the back seat of that SUV, and they perished as well. All right, so them death angels is out here. All right, and judgment is coming. All right, and this is just the beginning. It's only gonna get heavier. All right, as we get further to toward the end of this thing. All right, so that's pretty much it. I didn't talk enough. All right, Lord willing, Yahweh Shema Shai was edifying. All right, I'm gonna close out with that. Give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rally in this truth. Shalom.